Hello guys and welcome back to a new hair tutorial video. So this was inspired by a recent trip to Paris Fashion Week that I had with L'Oreal Paris. You may have seen the blog post on this already or even the vlog that I put together. I'll leave links down below to those if you want to go have a look. But I was taken along with L'Oreal to Paris to a few different shows. We saw John Galliano, Jean-Baptiste Valli and also Maison Rabbi Kairouz. And this video is just very much inspired by the different hairstyles that I saw at those shows. You got a chance to go backstage and see all the different L'Oreal stylists and what they were using, all of which were a combination of lots of the new L'Oreal Studio Pro products. I don't know if you've seen these already. I am obsessed. I think I've mentioned this a few times already how obsessed I am. The whole packaging, it just looks really premium. So these are literally brand new into stores recently. They're £4.49 per product, which I think is an incredible price point for how much you get and for such a brilliant product as well. I'll be using these in a minute so you can see. So for example, these are the Boost It range. This is the volume mousse and this is the volume hairspray. This is just for like extra hold, extra volume. Then you've got the Curve It mousse, which is perfect if you really want that very cool beachy, the natural cool waves. Then there's also the Sleek It, which is an ultra smoothing cream, and it's also got 230 degrees heat protection. It's used to kind of run through the hair and create a much more sleek style. And then there's also the Lock It range, which is a series of different hairsprays in varying strengths. So you've got the ultra strong 5, strong 3, or extra strong 4. So I'm going to use a couple of these to show you how to use them, how I would use them. Yeah, hopefully recreate some of the looks that I saw on the catwalk. So yeah, let's get into this. So the first look I'm going to go for was from the John Galliano show, and it was for a really cool slicked back low ponytail, really sleek. To start with, I'm just going to brush through my hair so it's a bit more sleek and slick. Now I remember looking at the girls on the catwalk for this show in Paris, and they didn't look like they'd had their hair really straightened. It wasn't like super duper slick. But for me, I have quite straight hair anyway, so I'm not going to straighten it myself. I'm going to leave it as it is, but enhance it. I'm going to start off with the Sleek It Ultra Smoothing Cream. A little touch of this onto my fingertips. I'm just going to run that through. Like, I don't want too much on my hands. I'm just using it to kind of tame any flyaways or any hairs that might look a bit messy. Add it through a bit of the top here. By the way, this is going to be my interpretation of these looks. Some of them I know a bit of what products exactly that they used, but I'm just going to kind of do it in the way I would do it for you guys and how you could wear it in a more natural way as well. I'm going to use the Lock It Fixing Hairspray in the strong number 3. Take this back. I want it to be really slick, quite tightly. And then I'm just gonna, my parting is all funny, but I'm just gonna kind of work this parting back a bit under. And this is really nice, it's quite workable as well because it's number 3 in the strong. It's not like extreme hold that I can't now play around with my hair. I'm just gonna put a bobble in. This, I would say, use one of the bobbles with the hooks that are very kind of professionally used. They're literally a piece and they go all the way around and you hook the two ends together. That's the way to get an extremely slicked back perfect look. But I want to kind of do this for you guys and what you're going to have at home. So a normal bobble will do. Just try and make sure that you use the hairspray to kind of help you get the ultra slick look. I'm just going to use a little bit more of the Sleek It and run this through the pony just to remove any kind of flyaways. By the way, I'm sorry I'm looking down at this mirror down here, so I'm going to post got a mirror. That's look number 1. Moving on to the second look. In honesty, this is actually from London Fashion Week, but it's a look I really liked, and L'Oreal created this hair, so I thought it would be perfect for this tutorial. This was from the Julia McDonald show, and it was with the models a centre parted and a very loose wave. Take out this sleek pony. Now I'm not usually one for centre partings, I'll be honest. I don't think they suit me very much, but I'm going to try it for the sake of this look. Okay, I'm sure that will do like that. Now for this one we're going to go for very loose beachy waves, and so I figured I'd try the Curve It Curl Mousse. This would be better if my hair was wet, and I could kind of dry it into it. I know that the way that they did this for Julie McDonald was that they kind of wet the hair, they put some curvature into there, and then they used a diffuser, a hairdryer diffuser, to create more natural waves, and then they use their hands to really kind of curve all the different pieces. However, because my hair isn't wet and I want it to be quite a usable tutorial, I'm going to do it in a different way, the way that I would do it, and work it through the ends of my hair. Now, in fact, that creates such a lovely beachy style anyway. I really quite like that. What we're going to do is we're going to use a curling iron just to go through this and create some very, very loose waves. Too many sections, so just the top and the bottom really. So just going around the top. Now at this point, put on some hair protection spray. We've already got some of the Sleek It going through the hair, and that has 230 degrees heat protection. Take a nice messy piece, don't brush it through, keep it messy. We don't want this to be perfect here, guys. Take this piece, I'm going to open up the tongue on my hair curlers. They're cool. I find it really difficult to do this. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of run the clip up and down and let this out, and you're just going to hold the hair and kind of pull it out a bit, because we really want these to be loose. We don't want them to be tight curls. You can do it sort of forwards or you can do it backwards through here, so you can either go over and forwards or backwards if you wish, and I would recommend doing a bit of both. Sorry I'm like this, because there's a big mirror there and I'm like, I can't see this properly. So also I'm leaving a little bit at the end, almost a little bit of a straight bit, because I quite like that look, and it looked like that's the way the models had it. It didn't look like it was curled all the way to the end. Okay, I'm going to carry on, do the rest of my hair, and I'll come back to you when I'm going to do the top. Okay, now I'm taking this out, clip them away. Dart here at the back. So I'm going to wrap these, just to save getting the kinks. And when you get to the front of your hair, go put the one behind and work backwards. So the hair therefore curls away from your face. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to go in actually with a little bit more of the curve mousse. I might get this through here. Mess this up a bit. A bit of hairspray here just to kind of slick this down a bit more. Then we want the weight in the body here, kind of mid-lengths. Because I've been messing with it and playing with it for so long, it'll have this really great texture to it. We don't want it slick. We want it to look like it's flyaways. And that is it. Look number 2. So I really love this look. It's so messy and it is so easy to achieve. Love it. Now, look 3 is one from the Jean-Baptiste Valli show, which is where I saw Gigi Hadid backstage, a couple of the other models, and that was amazing to go backstage actually. It was just a really great way of seeing all the products in action and how I could potentially use it. So because I was there and I was watching a guy do it on one of the models, I kind of know what they were doing. So what they did was they created a look very similar to this, but they were much more kind of perfected sleek waves. So I'm just going to take some more of the Sleek It and obviously create something similar to this, but make sure you brush through the pieces before you do it so they're a bit more uniform and they're not so messed up like these. I'm just going to use the Sleek It to run through these and just to use my hands to kind of create more perfected curls. They're much more sleek and slicked down now than they were. This one, it was all in the parting, and the way they did it was extremely slick back, and all of the back was curly and back like this, but with the top slicked back. So this requires a lot of Boost It, that's for sure. I'm first of all going to use a bit of the Boost It Volume Mousse. I'm going to use this to run back. Okay, and then I need the Boost It hairspray because this is one holding gem, that's for sure. So about keeping the hair all really pushed back and slicked back. I think the key with this one is that you don't worry about putting on too much hairspray, you just do it. That side's really pushing back. So you don't want it to look like it's plastered to your head. The way they were doing it is It's almost meant to look like you've been in the sea and you've flung your hair back and you've run a comb through it and it's wet and it's slicked and it just looks really cool. And you add more hairspray. That's the trick. And that is a look. So it's super slick back, wet look, but with a bit of a combed feel to it. So you want it to almost look like it's got some comb marks in there. And then that goes back into a really cool, pretty style. That is it for look number 3. This is a very kind of red carpet look. I think anyone could achieve this. Remember, this style was really big about 18 months ago, year to 18 months ago. I saw loads of people doing the whole slip back thing and I've never done it. So I'm actually really glad that I've given this a whirl. And the more and more I practice, the better I get at it. But I've never really seen anyone do the whole kind of curly look at the back. I've always seen it in a more straight style. For all 3 looks, which was your favourite? Let me know down in the comments. And if you recreate any of these looks, make sure that you tag me on Instagram. Maybe just hashtag Inthefrow so I can have a look through and see how you're recreating any of the looks. I hope you do. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did. Leave me a comment down below. Leave me a like. Make sure you like the video if you did like it. That'd be amazing. And I guess I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Mwah.